4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. YouTube started something that they could not finish. Everything went south. All kinds of people who had zero interest in filmmaking, who had zero interest in vlogging, were now on the YouTube bandwagon trying to get a piece of this money off. The monetary side of YouTube created a wildfire that they could not control. And to save face, YouTube started to change the rules rapidly overnight. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. I'm not going to do my formal introduction to the channel because, well, you'll see once I start this video. I'm doing this video because a few of my subscribers have always asked me when I'm coming back to YouTube. Have I officially quit YouTube? And because of that, I've decided to address how long I've been on YouTube, when did I start YouTube, why I started YouTube, and why I quit YouTube. I can't get straight into it without addressing how long I've been on the internet. The first time I've actually had access to the internet at home was 1999. I'm a dinosaur. I've been online for 27 years. Way before there was a Google, way before there was a YouTube. I've been online since internet relied on dial-up. You had to have a home phone in order to have the internet. And sometimes if someone called you while you're on the internet, on your home line, it could knock you off the internet. That's how long I've been on the internet. But anyway, this is not about the internet. This is about YouTube, the platform YouTube. My first channel started 2012. That was my first YouTube channel. I started a channel basically just for hobby. When it comes to my personal interests, writing is my thing. Verbal expression is my thing. Literary expression is my thing. Poetry is the foundation of my writing, and I moved on from poetry to actually writing non-fiction, extended literary publishings, and every now and then you will see me pop up a quote here, a quote there, just thoughts that come to my head. I never write and sign my name under adapted quote. Everything that you see my name under, it's my original thought, my original writing. So where YouTube is concerned, my first uploads were pretty much that. It was pretty much my writing, anything literary that I created. I mean, behind the scene, I've always fiddle-faddled with the camera. I've always liked to capture moments and film this and film that. My pleasure then and even now was capturing footage and piecing them together. That was and still is my thing. I enjoy the creativity of putting films together. When my first video was uploaded to YouTube, I think it was the 7th anniversary of my wife and I uploaded it to a YouTube channel that we had. It wasn't like a vlog style or anything. It was just like footage of what we did in Paris that evening for our anniversary. Had it a soundtrack to it. I think it was a cover for Tony anniversary song. And that was my first upload on YouTube in 2012. That was way before there was an ENT Sebàs channel. That was way before there was an Ian and Tina channel. So I'm talking about a long time ago. I've always done reviews on TripAdvisor. I've always done reviews on WordPress. Way before there was a WordPress, way before there were Goodreads. There were other sites all over the place. And I used to write reviews of restaurants or hotels or any experience that I had. I used to put feedbacks out there into the world for free for people to read and to get my viewpoint or a viewpoint or what to expect of a particular place. And one night I was watching a movie, and the movie was about an Austrian white woman who goes to Gambia to get Beach Boys. And the woman felt as if she was cheated, and I decided, let me do a video about that. To make a long story short, that video got some feedback. People were commenting, and I would never forget because at that time I had about 31 subscribers. Not about, I had exactly 31 subscribers on this channel. And I remember someone made a comment that, well, you only have 31 subscribers, so your opinion doesn't count. And I found it laughable because I wasn't doing it to collect subscribers. I was just doing what I've always done. My creativity, put it out there. Who sees it. Who doesn't see it didn't match it to me. But there was one video that I did prior to that. I can't remember if I did it after, but it was around the same time I saw a video about a Jamaican that was complaining about custom charges in Jamaica. And I decided, let me do a video about how I felt like that person should have dealt with the situation. Anyway, my opinion seemed to have garnered a lot of attention and people commented. And I remember when that video got to 10,000 views and subscribers kept coming onto my channel. I appreciate it. I had an audience, and I remember discussing it with my wife. My wife was like, okay, well, you love to talk, you love to teach, you love to express yourself. Maybe this is something that you could do, strengthen your hobby and stick to a subject that you know most about. And one of the subjects, other than literature, that I knew a lot about was Jamaica. And I decided, let me start talking about Jamaica. 2015 was when I decided to let's do this. Let's start. No, not 2015. 2015 was when the Sebàs channel got started. But this was about 2018 when I decided, let's make this an active hobby that I'm going to get on here weekly and talk about something related to either Jamaica, Black people, politics. So those are things that I'm passionate about. And that's how Sebàs channel started. Meanwhile, in the background, the original channel, we were still putting things on that channel like cooking stuff. My wife is a great artist, and she bakes cakes and she decorates them in all sorts of ways. We just used to put those things on YouTube randomly. Everything went south, I think, in the element of me doing Sebàs channel when I learned about the monetary side of it. I didn't even know that YouTube was a platform that you could actually make money, because it wasn't my interest. It was just my hobby. The creative side of it is what I enjoy doing the most. I enjoy sitting up here and chat, but nothing gives me more joy than when I have to go to chop up the video to make it make sense, whether it's a sit-down video or it's a video shot in different parts and you have to make a story that makes sense or make it fun or add music. Nothing gives me more joy. And that was one of my reward that I appreciated from making videos and putting them on YouTube. The other reward was knowing that someone got some value out of it. I got serious about YouTube in 2018. I learned about the monetary side of it, where they needed 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't in a hurry to get any of that, but eventually I did, and the monetization part comes in. Apart from my writing, I studied law, I studied criminal law, I studied immigration law, I studied contract law. And when it comes to anything legal, that's where you will see a different side of me. I'll get extra serious and extra technical if you're talking about law, if you're talking about contracts. And that's where YouTube and I bumped head and got sour. YouTube started something that they could not finish. YouTube started something that they could not control. YouTube started something that they could not manage. And to save face, YouTube started to change the rules rapidly overnight in their favor. So one day the rule was this way, next day the rule was, they just kept tweaking in order for users not to get ahead. The monetary side of YouTube created a wildfire that they could not control. All kinds of people who had zero interest in filmmaking, who had zero interest in vlogging, were now on the YouTube bandwagon, trying to get a piece of this money offer, trying to get a piece of this action. And they just crowded the YouTube platform with all kinds of nonsense. And everybody overnight just became influencers and vloggers. But keeping it personal with me and YouTube started rubbing me the wrong way when I realized that they were cheating. For example, I ran a test on one of my videos. The video was no more than less than a minute and a half. So it was slightly over a minute. And I got 100 people from different parts of the world to watch this video using individual different devices. And after those people watched it, some of them watched it once, some watched it more than once, that particular video did not garner an additional 100 views. And that's when I realized that my suspicion was correct. YouTube was suppressing views. Other than that, YouTube, over the years as I was using YouTube, we went through a phase where they were suppressing what subscribers could say. If subscribers wrote certain words, their comment would just not be shown. And then YouTube moved from there to where your subscribers, even though they've clicked all notification and all blah, 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 they would just never get notified when your video uploads. So it was a lot of trickery when it comes to YouTube. And then it was the ads. First of all, YouTube agreed that if you didn't make their quota, your video would just not be monetized and no ads would be running on your videos. And I got angry one day, this YouTube thing, because I had another channel that I shared with my wife, and we only had a few hundred subscribers. So we were way beneath the YouTube requirement quota. And I was so annoyed to see YouTube, back on their words, running ads and video. Now YouTube changed their rules. I think in 2020, they changed their rules saying, well, it's their platform and it's like hosting fee. So we can run ads on anybody's channel, even if that person just have one subscriber and one video, they can run ads. And come on now, bro. It's just like when they say Facebook will be free and always be. Free and always be. Now that's laughable, because maybe monetary free. Maybe you can sign up for Facebook free and you can use it for free, but it's not free. Your data that they're collecting from Facebook, it's worth way more than any subscription fee that you would have paid just to apply to have a Facebook account. And as you know, or maybe some of you don't know, YouTube, Facebook, Google, Gemini, AI Gemini, all of those are under the same entity. All those are owned by the same corporation, by the same. It's a win-win for YouTube. It's a win-win for Google. They don't lose. I guess you could see why I decided to stop doing YouTube videos. Oh, one more thing I must add to YouTube video, because 2 years ago I decided, seize your YouTube video. You're giving them too much than they're giving you. Only for me to realize that if your channel was monetized 2 years ago and you decided not to upload any more videos, but your videos are still repeating, just rerunning, people can watch it anytime and adverts are running on it, guess what? YouTube makes money from your video, but you don't make money from your video. YouTube now at a 6-month clause. If you stop uploading for 6 months, YouTube demonetize your channel, but continue to run adverts on your channel, adverts on your video, and collect off that video. Let's just say that lawyer in me, that legal person in me, don't find it funny, don't find it cute, don't enjoy being used by YouTube. Why do I still have my YouTube channel up? I have it up because I understand how the internet works. That's data that you've given that you will never get back. You understand? And that will always be out there. A copy of it will always be out there. So it's no real point deleting your videos from YouTube or seizing your channel, because your videos are out there. Some of my videos are 14 years old. What I learned recently, if someone wants YouTube to stop running adverts on their video, the only way around that, you have to make that video private. However, when your video is private, random people can see it. So how would you make money from that? You would have to have like a mailing list or maybe a WhatsApp group chat from all your subscribers and ask them for a subscription fee. I don't know. If you're into it for money, like maybe $1 or $5 a month, and then you could send your private video link to them, and then everybody could watch on this stuff. That's the only way I see around that, if you're into it for money. I was not initially into YouTube videos for money. It was kind of introduced to me, the monetary side of it. And unfortunately, that's what discouraged me from doing YouTube videos, the actual monetary side of it. Because if it wasn't the monetary side of it, I don't think all this dodginess and what we call in Jamaica banduluhism would play a part on YouTube side. They would have just let people upload what they're uploading. I mean, by me here talking, I'm giving away so much data for free to YouTube. Whether it's my background they're studying, my facial features, the words that's coming out of my mouth, the study of my body language, my eyes, my mouth. I'm giving away so much data for free. And YouTube give so little back in return. YouTube, Google, which I think they also control WhatsApp now. I get it. It's a power hunger. It's a power game. Everybody wants to play God. Everybody wants to play slave and masters. The hierarchy, we're up here, the 1%. That's the word, the 1%. But hopefully that answers question to my subscribers. I don't think I'll ever be 100% back on YouTube. It's like when once you see evil, you can't unsee it, they say. And once you learn the truth about the platform, once you realize that it's not fair game, once you realize that you are a product that's being sold by other people and you didn't sign up for that and you're not benefiting from it as the other people are benefiting from it, I don't think it sits right with anyone. So every now and then I'll see something and I'll be like, this is worthy for me to put on my YouTube channel and my subscribers could see it or people could see it, and I don't care about the cost behind it, whether the data cost, the personal data cost, or the information that I'm giving out and the value of it. Recently I uploaded 2 children's books. These 2 children's books are approximately 19 years old. That's how long those books has been out, in paper form. And I believe I could give them away for free now. And things like that. I'm using that as an example. I enjoy writing. I would love to make millions of my writing, but I don't. I do make some money, but I don't make as much money as people may think. One of the greatest reward I get from my writing is the fact that someone take away value from it or it entertain them even for a minute. So without dragging on this too long, I hope I answered my subscribers' question, and I hope you understand that I don't think I'll ever be as active on YouTube as I used to be. That time has came and went, but every now and then I'll still upload a story or I'll still do a video. And if the demand for my opinion on a particular subject does come from my subscribers who stick around, even though I'm not as active anymore, I'll definitely consider honoring it and upload a video in the future. So that's it for now. Until next time. Peace.